You are watching Sailor Today TV, your unmissable dose of vitamin C. Hello friends, starting soon an unmissable live coverage here on Sailor Today TV.
Told our beloved late Captain S.M. Divekar, our past warden of CMMI, on 5th June 2002. I request everybody for a 2-minute silence. Thank you all. I now invite Captain MP Basim, our Secretary General, take the proceedings further. Sir.
Thank you, Sasi. I will start with the eulogy from our master, Captain B.K. Jha. Captain B.K. Jha, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
I firmly believe in rebirth. Gita Shloka also talks in the same way. It says that you have not gone from anywhere. you have the energy. Sloka says, Nainam Chindanti Sastani, Nainam Dharti Pavaka, Nachayanam Krishdayanti Apu, Nashushati Marita. This soul cannot be destroyed in any way. So he is there with us. Only he is changing the clothes. After bath, the way you change the clothes, so he is just changing the clothes by another human body. Captain Divekar, sir, he was so simple and so humble person. It's very difficult to describe. CMI had selected him for the Lifetime Achievement Award, and he asked me slowly, can I call my family? I say, this is your function today, sir. So many years you have been there. And you are asking me, you should give me the order. It was so simple, so humble, Captain Divekar, sir. I bowed down on his death prayer meeting and prayed for his soul to be in heaven. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Jha, sir. Before we invite the families to pay their respect, first I will read out a little bit about Captain Suresh Mahadev Divekar. Captain Suresh Mahadev Divekar was born in Miraj, Maharashtra on the 31st of May 1935, pre-partition days. His father, Mahodistri Divekar, was a social reformer. He studied at Miraj High School and at Ferguson College, Pune, till he joined T.S. Dufferin. He had first-class academic career throughout, standing first in his district in SSC examination and also securing first class in T.S. Dufferin final passing out examination. Devoted 13 years rising from a cadet on T.S. Dufferin in 1952 to the master of a foreign-going vessel in 1964. Standing first in both the parts of associate ship examination in Marine branch conducted by the Insurance Institute of India. In 1964-65, he joined the New India Insurance Company Limited, where it was under J.R.D. Tata. That time, J.R.D. Tata was looking for a person with marine background to look after the marine hull department. Captain Divekar was interviewed by Mr. J.R.D. Tata himself. He was with Marine Hull Underwater Insurance with the New India Insurance Company Limited for over 20 years. In this hull insurance work, he was directly involved with the underwriting of all Indian hulls for more than 15 years. During this period, he had exposure working with P&I clubs, representing major P&I clubs such as Britannia, West of England, and UK Mutual, etc., to name few. In 1986, he was deputed to the National Insurance Company Limited, Kolkata, as the Assistant General Manager. Later, in 1990, he was promoted as a General Manager and posted with the Oriental Insurance Company Limited, New Delhi. He was also on the board of directors of nominee director on the board of Chogle Steamship Limited and Modern Woolens on behalf of General Insurance Corporation of India. Thus, he was the warden of the court of CMI for nearly 4 decades and founded the New Delhi chapter of CMI in 1992. In 1993, he was promoted as Managing Director, Loss Prevention Association of India in Mumbai. He retired as MD, LPA in 1995. After retirement, he was the Managing Director of Risk Control Rating System in collaboration with an Australian company relating to safe working practices of companies. He was a marine hull underwriter, insurance consultant, visiting faculty to numerous institutes, and a consultant with CHHUB Insurance Company Limited, USA for over 2 years. Recently, CMMI conferred the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award to him on 15th of February 2020. He leaves behind his wife, Mrs. Surekha, and his two daughters, both of whom are happily married to marine engineers. I end my this bio with two lines. His Diwali and his New Year greetings were awaited by all of us because they conveyed a message in a very humorous and his own witty style. Captain Divekar, sir, you will always be with us. I now invite the family of late Captain Divekar. I request Mr. Vikram Gokhale to take over, and then he will be guiding us with the families. Mr. Vikram Gokhale is a son-in-law married to the daughter of Captain Gokhale.
Good afternoon. My name is Vikram Gokhale, and today I would like to talk a little bit about my late father-in-law, Captain S.N. Divekar. We basically come from a seafaring family. Both my late father as well as my father-in-law, both were master mariners, and so shipping was always going to be my profession. Although I'd initially been selected for the engineering college in Pune, but at the same time I gave the interview for DMET and was selected for the engineering branch, whilst my father was still at sea. And when the time came for marriage, my first preference was for a girl from a shipping family, as I felt only they could understand the life of a shipping, especially the long periods of absence whilst at sea. Right from the start, Captain Divekar showed his very helpful nature. In fact, arranging for my wife to join together with me on a Chowgale vessel just shortly after marriage. And I remember when we were on a honeymoon, my wife got a little upset when he called up to announce that my joining is confirmed. He obviously meant well, but as you know, this wasn't the right time for imparting this during the honeymoon time. Throughout my career, he was always ready to help, but never ever interfered or tried to force any decision on anyone. So that I feel was more important, because many times people are well-meaning, but they try and project their own opinion on you. In fact, I remember discussing taking up a shore job with him, and although initially he was a little hesitant, he said you should continue for a while at sea, but he was ever ready to help, whether it was joining as technical manager at Sulzer or later on switching to a teaching career at LBS College. He was always extremely enthusiastic in attending every maritime function. I remember he took me for the first party of the company of master mariners, and he would take the trouble to introduce all of us and encourage us to nurture contacts. He was always trying to help people, especially joining shipping. So whether it's a job or in any other way, he would often go out of his way to meet people and thus help his numerous friends and relatives in getting into shipping. He was also very enthusiastic as interaction with people, especially the younger generation, who he would always encourage in whatever they were doing. So now with these brief words, I would like to hand over the presentation to my younger daughter, Madhu. She would like to speak about her grandfather. I hope all of you can see the screen.
Hello, good afternoon. I would like to share some thoughts that my mother, Surashri, has written. She is Captain Divekar's daughter. and she has penned down some thoughts about him. So I will just be sharing those. My father grew up in Mirrors, which is a small town in Maharashtra, and his father was a social activist. So at a very young age, he introduced my father to Swatantra Veer Savarkar, who encouraged him to help in building the nation after independence. This inspired him to join the Merchant Navy. Soon after I was born, he took up a shore job so that he could spend more time with me and have a more active presence in my life. My father was always cheerful, vibrant, and full of energy. He took an interest in everything that we did. Even if he didn't agree with it, he would still support us and guide us in whatever way that he could. He was protective of us, yet at the same time encouraged us to be self-reliant. I remember from the time that I was around 6 years old, he would send me alone to the post office across the road to post some letters, but he would keep a watchful eye from the window. When I was in college and figuring out if law would be a good career choice for me, he encouraged me to do an internship at a law firm and find out for myself whether I would like to pursue law as a career. My father would always find beauty in the simple and ordinary things in life, like sunsets or beautiful trees and flowers wherever he went. I miss waking up in the morning to him singing cheerfully and taking me for fun walks on Marine Drive and Hanging Gardens, even on school mornings. Every weekend, he would take us to watch the latest movie and treat us with ice cream. He loved traveling. I don't remember spending a single school afternoon, a single school vacation when we didn't travel to some new place. I was lucky that because of him, I could see so many different places in India in my school days. In spite of being a busy executive, my father made it a point to spend time with his grandchildren and create a deep and long-lasting bond with them, taking part in the activities and taking them for train and bus rides, which they loved. He was a huge influence in their lives, and he encouraged and guided them at every stage of their childhood as well as adult life. My father found humor in ordinary situations, which he shared with everyone in the form of his famous Diwali greeting. Whenever we spoke to him, even on the phone, he was always ready with a humorous quip from his everyday experiences. And he made it a point to stay in touch with everyone that he knew. Every time we traveled, anywhere in the world, he would know someone who lived there and would put us in touch with them, be it in Manipal, Germany, York, or anywhere. I remember when I traveled alone for the first time by train from Mumbai to Chennai in my early teens. He ensured that there was someone he knew who would check in on me at every station that the train stopped at. He loved socializing. When I was in school, every Friday night was a special occasion for us, as we would either call people home or be invited to their homes for dinner. He always appreciated any achievements made by his friends and family. And he would help everyone who approached him, either by guiding them himself or by connecting them to people with the relevant experience. We knew that we could always rely on him to find the right person to guide us. My father has been the biggest guiding force in my life. Whatever I am today, it's because of him. His passing away has left a void in my life, but he will live forever in my memories. I will strive to follow in his footsteps by looking at the bright side of every situation, keeping in touch with people, being enthusiastic. I would like to end with the motto which we always live by and also urged us to always live by. Be good, do good, and good will follow. Thank you.
Okay. Captain Basin, would you like to take over?
Okay. Aditya is going to speak.
Yes, yes.
Aditya Divekar is there?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, I would like to speak a few words about Captain Divekar. Actually, for everyone, he is Captain Divekar. But for me, he was always Kaka Azuba. Kaka Azuba in the sense, my grand uncle. And he was one of the major influences that for me to join the Merchant Navy. He would tell me stories about when he was sailing and when he used to come to our house for Ganpati celebration. So that influenced me a lot in joining the Merchant Navy. Other than that, whenever I do any courses, refresher courses or preparatory courses, they are always asking that, are you related to Captain Divekar? And yes, it is a very proud feeling to say that, yes, I am his grandnephew. And I hope that I will continue to I'll continue to uphold the standards set by him. And he'll be always my guardian angel till the time I'm in this field. Thank you, and I miss him a lot.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Vikram. Really a touching tribute and very, very lively photos. You brought Captain Divekar live in front of all of us with that presentation and through your eulogy. I now move on to a few of his colleagues and friends from the industry. First of all, I would request Captain P.S. Bharve. Captain Bharve, sir, request you to say a few words.
My association with Suresh goes quite a long back because he is a couple of years younger to me and junior to me also. But he first met me when I was in the DG shipping and he was just joining the New India. And at that time, I had said to him that you're doing a very good thing because everybody else in the marine profession at that time is headed for either a surveyor's job or a lecturer's job or a cargo surveyor's job. There was no other job. There was some pilot's job. And I said, you are getting out of that trend and finding yourself a new avenue altogether where marine man is required by everybody for a long time. In fact, I don't know why marine insurance or all insurance companies did not take on a marine man. Later, I came in contact with him because when I was in the Tulanis, we started a P&I course and I wanted some marine information to be written by him. He wrote a couple of chapters on that in that book that we published. And he also wrote a couple of chapters for the cadets in a very simple way to tell them what marine insurance is all about. It is very good of him to do that for me. I remember sitting in his home and making sure what he wrote was understood by me also at the same time. My very sincere condolences to the family. As his nephew just now told you, Suresh's family is marine oriented and has a lot of marine people there apparently. I didn't know it. I knew some of the marine people that was there. Vikram Gokhale I knew for a long time. His Sambandhi Bhave I knew for a long time because I sailed with him in Indias. My very heartfelt sympathies go with them, and I hope that they will be able to continue without Suresh, but with his memories. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words. I humbly request Dr. B.K. Saxena now. Dr. Saxena, sir, so say a few words for our beloved Captain Divekar.
Thank you, Captain Basin. I hope I'm audible. And my association with Captain Divekar goes back about 30 odd years. When I was in MTI and we were planning a seminar 3 days, a big event in insurance. And I was told that the only person to go to the encyclopedia on insurance is Captain Divekar. And that's when I met him, and his interaction with me and his guidance, and obviously his soft nature and the level of comfort which he made me feel, grew up my interest in insurance and eventually much more than just the interest. When he was in LPA, I became the life member of LPA along with him, and we used to regularly discuss case studies on hull insurance and intricacies of P&I and all that, you know. And over the years, I mean, when I was heading the Tolani Maritime in Pune, in Indori, many times I invited him and he came in very, very easily. I mean, whenever I told him, he said, yes, definitely I'm coming. And he would address the faculty, he would address the cadets. And my interaction had always been informative. Every time I met him, I mean, I not only gained professionally, but more importantly, that level of comfort and the level of, ease of discussing things with him. That made an extremely good experience. Last 2 years or so, pandemic, a lot of people have lost a lot of things. I have been discussing with him over the years on the phone, and he had invited me and my missus to Yacht Club for lunch, but somehow we couldn't make it. Then he said, okay, we will come over to Pune to your house again. That did not happen. And we will live with that sadness that we couldn't meet in last 2.5, 3 years. We will definitely miss him. All of us in the industry will miss him. We'll miss his beret, the cap. We'll miss his presence in all the functions and activities. And as Captain Bhasin said, we will definitely miss his greetings. The greetings with the personal touch of a small little story. So with these words, I want to thank the family for giving me an opportunity to say a few words. And Mrs. Saxena joins me in expressing our condolences and prayers to the family. Namaskar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Saxena, sir. I now humbly request Captain Subhash Deshpande, sir, to kindly say a few words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Captain Divekar is exactly 10 years senior to me. When he joined the New India Assurance, I was a senior cadet on the Dufferin. I want to tell you what Mr. Shah said when he joined the New India Assurance. He said, we now have a master. He didn't say marine, he just said master. We now have a master who knows which is the port side and which is the starboard side. Obviously, it was thought at that time that there was no marine expertise in marine insurance, in which New India Assurance was dealing with. This probably was there, and that gap was filled so nicely, of which I am so proud of, that we have a master mariner in this field. As Captain Barve has said, that this was a very rare thing as a shore job for a master mariner or for any mariner to take up. Captain Divekar and myself, we got to know each other in the LBS college, where I was for 11 years. He came for 4 years, I think almost non-stop, every month to give a lecture on marine insurance in the master's revalidation course, of which I was the coordinator. And he would always come in time at the time of his lecture, usually in the afternoon, come with his regulation berry cap, smiling face, and always in time. And as he would come in, he would say, Captain Deshpande, where's my feedback? At that time, I had started the feedback system in the LBS college. It was a great fight to do that. Students' feedback on the teacher. and the usefulness of it. But he was one of those senior people who wanted to see his feedback before every time his lecture came through. So I said, sir, I'll show it to you after you finish your lecture. No. We'll make use of it. No. What they say about me, I'll alter that. So he was of that opinion, which was a very refreshing for me, because not many senior people who were teaching at that time were of that opinion as far as the students' feedback on teachers is concerned. So it was a new sort of a thing. And the year was, I think, 1994, 95, 96, those years. He later on taught us at Extra Masters course also. And for the first time, I was exposed to the depths of what H&M insurance is all about. He mainly taught us hull and machinery. And I myself did not know that he was connected with P&I, because hull and machinery normally are not interested in loss prevention. So where did he get his loss prevention love from? So obviously he was working for Britannia's, and he was for UK P&I Club, and all the protection and indemnity clubs do a fantastic job for loss prevention and of course risk assessment. So he took it there, and as Dr. Saxena has said, took up the subject further in the Loss Prevention Association and did a lot of work connected with loss prevention. For Extra Masters, when he used to teach us, his favorite opening remarks, as usual, were the Lloyd's coffee shop. And when I did my Extra Masters dissertation, which was on towing and towage, he came there. I had invited him. So he came and attended. And at the end of it, as we were having tea in the outside room after a dissertation was okayed by everyone, examiners, and we were having a cup of tea. And at that time he said, oh, that nice, good dissertation, and you handle the insurance parts also very well. Yes. Okay. And then that is where he told all of us, once again, the Lloyd's coffee shop store. So no insurance teacher will ever go without telling you the Lloyd's coffee shop story, with added words that at that time, please understand, beer was not invented. That is why it was coffee. So having said all this, I would say finally, I'm sure wherever he is in the heavens right now, he will agree with me if I make two expectations as a tribute to him. Wise two expectations. Expectation number one is the present regulator of insurance, which handles marine insurance, is ready to involve mariners in the marine insurance field. That's the first thing, because after the New India Assurance having taken that later on, it seems that the whole marine insurance world in India has gone far away from mariners as such. I'm not just saying masters, also the engineers. It's gone far away from there as far as the regulatory impact and surveyors, etc. are concerned. I hope that changes and the professional, that port to port and starboard part, comes back again into the thoughts of the regulators. And secondly, as Captain Barwe said, and I opine, that more and more master mariners and marine engineers take up to this particular field, not only marine hull and machinery, but also P&I club correspondents, also as a general average adjuster and these areas. And I'm sure with these two expectations expressed here is probably the best tribute to the great man. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words. I now request our past master, Captain Philip Matthew, to say a few words. Captain Matthew.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to the family of our beloved Captain Divekar, sir, my seniors, my juniors, and my colleagues. Good afternoon to everybody. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love Him. This is a biblical verse. Captain Divekar has bid us adieu to be with our Creator in paradise. And we today celebrate his life. Captain Divekar did not choose the path easily laid down for mariners, as Captain Barve has very rightly said when he gave his tributes, but chose to tread the path where there was no path and has left behind a huge trail. I am not going to dwell on the brilliant career which he had, starting from school to ending up as MD of Loss Prevention Association of India and the General Manager at Oriental Insurance from where he retired. The great man, what he did after all this is transferring knowledge at various maritime institutes, starting from LBS to the ones to Rajendra, Chanakya, and wherever he could do it. Most of the things I wanted to say has already been said. I just want to say a few things. Today, I was speaking to a dear colleague of mine, Captain Anand Chingadgiri, and I was just discussing about Captain Divekar. He told me Captain SM Divekar stands for, what is SMD? I thought it is something called Safe Manning Document. But however, in this case, S stands for simple and soft-spoken, M, mindful, modest, and a motivator, D, disciplined and down-to-earth. Always very simple, well-dressed, and identified by his beret cap, involved and participative, kind and soft-spoken, motivator, and extremely helpful, active, independent, inspirer, respectful, down-to-earth, communicative, friendly, family-loving, disciplined, lively, nationalist, and always punctual. A very pleasant personality and company to be with at any time. What more does one need to be? Personally, though I had met Captain Divekar at various monthly meetings of CMI, my personal closeness came when I was a student while studying for extra masters in 1990-91 at the LBS college. He made marine insurance and PNI matters excellent. He had the knack of ensuring that no student had any doubt at the end of his class. For master mariners like me, it was a superlative experience to be a student. Thereafter, we worked together as wardens in the CMMI court for many years. From my first introduction to CMMI as an office bearer in 2012, I received his support and motivation whenever I sought his advice. I needed support from all my seniors as I was amongst the junior most in the then court. I was always astounded by his thirst for knowledge. Captain Divekar would not hesitate. Captain Divekar would himself keep abreast of all the latest developments in the maritime industry, would not hesitate to turn to the junior most for an opinion. Captain Divekar had an excellent memory of events and occurrences, was a brilliant speaker and moderator at seminars. Hardly there were any CMMI meetings or maritime seminars that Captain Divekar sir has missed. Would take time, travel painstakingly by rail, metro, or bus at times to reach locations. Captain Divekar was most deservingly honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award in 2020 by CMMI. Dear sir, you have lived your life with dignified grace, warmth, capturing the hearts of people who have met your exemplary, far-sighted vision, knowledge, power, excellence, and exemplary leadership qualities. Your constant motivation to all of us and to me particularly helped us give our best. We fondly remember Captain Divekar's detailed greetings as mentioned by Dr. Saxena during festivals, both in the pre-net and internet era. In the pre-net internet era, he would send letters with stories of experiences in life, concluding with lessons on safety and loss prevention. We often say that we stand on the shoulders of giants. You, sir, are one of those giants we speak of. Your contribution to this industry and the people inside will always be remembered. You ran so that we could walk, and walk forward we will, keeping your vision alive. We pray that God gives us the wisdom and grace to fulfill the plans you have so painstakingly paved. Captain Divekar leaves behind his beloved good lady Madam Sureka ji and his two daughters, who are happily married to two eminent marine engineers, Vikram Gokhale and Mr. Kunal Bave. I'm sure all of us, the family, and we, his colleagues, will strive to carry forward the legacy left behind. With fond memories and heartfelt gratitude, we shall always remember you, sir. Sir, you will be terribly missed, not just by Madam Sureka ji, your children and grandchildren, but by the countless people you have touched in your 87 years. Rest in peace, sir. Pranam, sir.
Thank you, Captain Matthew. We have just gone through the legendary Captain S.M. Divekar's life, and the way everybody has spoken leaves no doubt we will all terribly miss him. I just want to also add here that in the last almost nearly a month now, at CMI, we have been receiving various condolence messages and various calls to convey to the family. And instead of naming the individuals, I will just name the various associations for the Captain Divekar's family. So various DG officials, of course the CMI, IMEI, unions, MUI, NUSI, our associations MASA, FOSMA, INSA, ICSA, MANSA, CSLA, various maritime media, name few, Sailor Today, Bhandarkar Publication, Sagar Sandesh, Merix, CJob, Marine Link, etc. All these associations have sent their condolence messages. And also, sorry, I missed to mention various training institutes all around India, various training institutes. So we convey our heartfelt condolences to the family, pray for the departed soul, and I just say, Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And if anyone would like a copy of his greetings, please let me know your postal address. We'll arrange to send it.
Okay, Vikram, and also I will copy the chat and I will forward it to you. If anybody wants to say anything, sir.
Thank you very much for arranging it so well.
Hello, I'm Jayasgil. My prayer for my friend. Hello.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Well, he was a great friend of mine. He was the only one who became the insurance expert. We remember him. My prayer is for his family and him in heaven, where we all will eventually go. And my love and regard to you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain Gill, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I would like to thank the CMMI for arranging this beautiful condolence meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I think we are just, he's our own. He's our own. As Philip said just now, he will make it an effort to be present in every lecture meeting. Always there for all of us.
In fact, Basim, when the last board meeting he was attending, he said that, let me attend this meeting. I may not be able to attend this meeting again. So we remember his word.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Then we will conclude the meeting now with folded hands. Om Shanti.
Om Shri, we can close down.
Sir,
Vikram,
we will close down the thing, sir. Thank you all, sir.
Vikram, deepest condolences, and also to Sureshri, please convey heartfelt condolences. He was a wonderful person, and he was very active till the very end. We will always miss him in all the marine functions where he made it a point to be present. So, as a batchmate, Vikram and Sureshri, heartfelt condolences from both Nidhu and me, Nidhula and me, myself.
Thank you, Vijan.
Thank you, Jain Saab. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we take the permission to close today's prayer meeting. Thank you all. Thank you once again.